I mean, are we even surprised anymore? Honestly, whether you're a Cowboys fan, whether you're a Cowboys hater, none of us should be surprised in how that game turned out last night. If you followed the Cowboys for seasons, not being blind and being hindsight, we're talking about for seasons pre Dak Prescott. All right, pre Dak Prescott. What we've seen and what we've seen last night is what we've always seen under Jason Garrett. Teams that are consistently unprepared to play, teams that can't finish games, teams that just don't seem motivated to play at all, you know? And I'm watching the game, I'm watching my quarterback, who I think is the biggest light on this team at this point for this season. I'm watching him roar this team to the victory. I had no doubts. Even when we got the ball on the 6 yard line, I had no doubts that Dak Prescott was going to roar and get the ball all the way down into the red zone. The way he played, and by the way, I have a video on here if you want to check the stats. I told you Dak Prescott was better than both Goff and Wentz, and I gave you stats about that. That video I dropped last year. All right? So I'm not doing, Monday morning quarterbacking from the sideline. I'm being ahead of it. And I told you Prescott was better. Look at the numbers. And he's only proved me wrong he's only proved me right this season. Okay? Not wrong. He's proved me right this season that he is better than Goff and Wentz. But anyway, he drove them all the way down to the 11-yard line. 2nd and 2. All right, good. We dealing. We got a whole bunch of different plays we could call because all we need to get is 2 yards, and we got plenty of time to get this son of a gun in the end zone. What does Jason Garrett and coaching staff do instead? 2nd and 2. Let's run Zeke. Okay, that's fine. I'll give you one running play. We want to switch it up a little bit. Let's try that. 3rd and 2. Let's run Zeke again. Why? Why would you run Zeke? Why would you take the ball out of Dak Prescott's hands? He's been hot all game. Literally all game he's been hot. So we have the premonition all of a sudden to take the ball out of the hot guy's hand. This is like basketball analogy right here, right? If the guy is hot, you keep feeding the hot hand. That's how basketball works. Football no different. Dak had the hot hand. You took it out of his hands. Why? How's that good coaching? It's horrendous coaching. But Jason Garrett has done this for a decade. It's a decade of suck under Jason Garrett. I've been saying this for several years, and I'm getting tired of saying it because Jerry seems to not care. This whole notion about Jerry cares about winning, Jerry don't give a shit about winning. If he did, he would have hired a good coach. He would have been done that. He would have done that when Romo was still the freaking quarterback, when Garrett should have been gone 5-6 years ago. The guy doesn't care about winning. Winning is a nice topping for him. For Jerry, he cares mostly about having an entertaining team that he could put asses in the seats and be talked about through the media and so forth. That's what Jerry cares about. And what does that affect? That affects his bottom line. That's what Jerry cares about. He cares about his bottom line. Winning is a distant second to Jerry. Because when Jerry loses, Jerry wins. You get the Dallas Cowboys is consistently the most highly rated football team in the league. At the end of the year, when you look at the sheet and see the most rated games, the most views, you're gonna see the Dallas Cowboys. So when we lose, he wins. When we win, he wins. It doesn't matter. So in Jerry's eyes, he doesn't care because he's still winning regardless. He's still making money hand over fist. And winning is just secondary. Because if the guy 100% cared about winning because this team is good enough on paper to go to the Super Bowl. If he cared, if he truly cared, this team would have a better leader in charge of it. This team would have a better head coach. This team has needed a better head coach for years. And Jerry refuses to fire Jason Garrett's mediocre ass. But again, man, I'm just tired. I'm almost to the point where I just want to just stop supporting this team just to send a message. I think Cowboys Nation, and I'm talking to you, Cowboys Nation, as a Cowboys fan, when is enough enough? When are we going to stop supporting this team and send a message to Jerry? Because the only thing that's going to send a message to Jerry is if you send a message to Jerry's pockets. Because he can care less about winning. Because if he truly cared, he wouldn't have Jason Garrett still coaching this football team. Tell me if I'm wrong. But that's all I got. I am exhausted with feeling this way after a loss, a game we should have won or we were in position to win, but we had our legs taken from underneath us by our own head coach. I'm tired of it. I've seen this movie 1,000 times and I'm ready to watch a new movie.